Most dangerous show of the week. Woo!
VSC. Good morning.
Good morning. Oh, look, the sweater I wore yesterday. Good morning. Although I think by the time I get these up, it's the afternoon.
Yeah.
Depends on how busy. Well, actually, no matter how busy we get, you're probably watching this in the afternoon because I probably haven't gotten it up yet. Good afternoon and welcome to the Sun Dragon Sideshow,
The VSC edition.
the most dangerous show of the week, according to some. Hi, I'm Rebecca. I'm the owner of Sun Dragon Art and Fiber in rainy, dismal, and I guess we need it, Lorraine, Brevard, North Carolina.
I'm Liz. I'm the minion there.
We sound so down. What the, is this a down day? Maybe. I don't know.
Between getting your headache and, although the Tylenol is working.
No. I don't get headaches. I get migraines. You got my migraine.
Probably.
Whatever. It's because you need to find a space for all this lovely new yarn. That's probably what's giving you a headache. So we're going to tell you about our lovely new yarn and y'all need to buy it so she doesn't have to find a home for it. How about that?
So I redid the pretty wall.
Uh-huh. Well, she's still redoing it. See, look, right?
Yeah. Well,
I can't reach there, but see, yeah.
Yeah. I redid the whole thing. And then we got new yarn in that probably needs to go up on the pretty wall because there's no more cubbies left over there.
I have a comment.
Uh-huh.
You redid the pretty wall knowing the yarn was coming.
I did know the yarn was coming, but
it's not. And then we got new yarn.
Well,
we already knew, but you already had plans and we didn't know where it's going to go.
You see what had happened was,
yes,
we got new yarn in that had no space in the cubbies. So in order to make space in the cubbies, I had to hang up yarn on the pretty wall, which meant I had to redo the pretty wall.
Yeah, the yarn she's talking about is not this yarn.
Find space.
Yeah, I think we should scale down how much of the majors on in the cubbies, but I wasn't. I was staying out of the way, so we'll see. We'll reassess today. Maybe
it's a catch-22. Do we have boxes all over?
Do we have tripping hazards, or do we have not everything out, or jammed in too few? That was scary. We just had a hook or something fall and it scared the bahoozies out of me.
Not too much. You didn't jump or scream.
But my insides went, You know that feeling, right?
Yeah.
It's unexpected noises, Anyway. Caffeinated. So yes, we have this lovely new yarn for the chunky section because the chunky section is way too small because the worsted section, which really is a DK/worsted section, our worsted nook. I mean, the worsted weight yarn gets like 3 cubby faces and chunky only gets 1 and it's thicker. But that's the problem is we only have so much space. I mean, lovely, new, large shop, only so much space. And then the chunkier stuff needs more space, needs more room just by its very nature.
We really didn't have much space left to increase when we moved over here. Like, let's be honest.
Filled the space because we went from like ceiling level down to like maybe I can reach it level. And we could move the art supplies out to make more space, but we're the only art supply place in town now, and we don't have that much in terms of art supplies to begin with, which would lend itself to the argument of just get rid of it. But I don't wanna.
Well, even if we just got rid of it, it's like, what do we move over there? Like,
I know. Oh, we'd have to rearrange the whole shop layout, or it'd have to be like thin stuff over there and thick stuff over here, maybe. And I don't know.
It would get weird.
Anyway, so we have a conundrum. I mean, I think in some ways the Cascade chunky alpaca, they keep like dwindling down like what we can get from them. But that doesn't mean we should move it, like never have any chunky alpaca. I would look for, this is a conversation we should have off camera, probably. Getting back to the main topic for today. Although, oh, I have a little bit of an aside. I probably can finish this and talk about it tomorrow. This is the yarn that was our product of the week, and we are switching it as of today. But we'll still be making kits for our lovely hats. Not kits for this hat. This is my leftovers. But look, I have little snow-capped mountains. Isn't that cute? Little itty bitty snow-capped mountains on, this is my mountain mist hat out of the absolute dregs of leftovers. And one yarn has just oh no, it hasn't disappeared. I thought it just disappeared, but the leftovers of those 5 skeins, I should really talk about this tomorrow, shouldn't I?
Yeah.
Okay. I will show you tomorrow when I finish the hat, but for anyone who went to knit night, I want it yarn chicken with the green. I have no idea if my floats are so tight it won't fit on my head, but I want it yarn chicken with my green. I did not have to cut ends like tails off of other hats. We'll have a further discussion tomorrow, but look how cute. It's like a nighttime scene, even though it's not the dark. Anyway, I put all the other hats on heads, and maybe tomorrow, if there's time, we can explore those. Because at this point, I may not have assembled the kits for sale and cute little stickers and things until at least tomorrow, because there's just too much going on. But maybe the rain will keep people away and we can get things done today.
We are kind of, well, it didn't yesterday.
No,
he was busy yesterday.
Which thank you, but yeah, we didn't get things done.
We're running quickly through the blue fades.
Oh yeah, I've ordered more. So if you go to buy the kit when they're made, or the individual skeins of Axis, which is not on sale by the time this is being published, we'll have moved to the new yarns we're about to talk about. If there's low to no stock, there's more coming. And thank you. So, and if it comes from the UK, and if it hits like all of the airports right, we get it in like 2 days tops. But if it doesn't hit them right, then it
could
sits
be
there
here
for
tomorrow,
like a week or 2.
Or it could be
like
longer.
At least a week or so. We'll see. Anyway, so I'm gonna start with the yarn that we already have that we got new colors of, and then we'll go to the bright squishy that we have to find room on the chunky wall for, just to make you watch longer.
The chunky wall.
What?
You said the chunky wall.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
It's the pretty wall with a chunky section.
Well, I was thinking the chunky bins, and I just called it a wall. I'm sorry.
No,
it's like
my brain went. Now we have to have walls for all the pretty. Yeah.
Then we'd have to cover up the windows, like no. Okay. I'm already starting to look at that. So the yarn that is in this is a lovely little cowl I made out of this yarn before I started my behemoth of a crochet project. And this is Jody Long Alba. She's holding the ball of it. It was our replacement for, and at least in looks of appearance and somewhat feel and everything, for Rowan felted tweed. It is not the same fiber content as Rowan felted tweed, but it looks really super similar. And it has like the tweedy flex. It has the almost felted feel and look, and some of possibly similar colors. We haven't invested in some of the bright colors of Rowan felted tweed, but here's the kicker. It's 100-gram balls, whereas Rowan felted tweed was 50 grams, and it's probably about the same price. I haven't checked the price of Rowan felted tweed ish. You'll find different prices at different places, but I want to say there's a lot more bang for the buck, and that could be because of the fiber content. I think it's a lovely yarn. I've used a billion skeins of it in my crochet piece, which is super wrapped up. I might it's the light gray in this. I'm not pulling the whole thing out because, oh my gosh, but it's the light gray in this and the blue in this, which you can see better in this. And if I can remember, I'll put the name of this online or in the description. But this color is back ordered, but because we can't get it back in, and I teased you all with these colors, we got some new colors. So we're going to go over the old and new colors, and we're going to put this on sale this week. So Liz, read some stats for us.
Read some stats. It is 50% wool, 25% alpaca, and 25% viscose. You get 382 yards per 100 grams. They're recommending a US 5 needle or a G hook Machine wash, lay flat to dry. But I'd hand wash it.
I'm not
It's
wearing
pretty soft.
Yeah. I'm not wearing the right hairdo for this hat, but go ahead.
We are retailing it for $19.95, 15% off this week.
There's a ton of yardage on this. If you were listening, because I was not when Liz read those stats, because I was looking around for stuff. There is a ton of yardage on this. That one ball made both of these items. I got a hat and a cowl out of it. And it's like the same thickness as the Juniper Moon Patagonia, which is why I can use both of them on my crochet piece. It's considered a DK, but it could work for sport weight patterns.
Yeah.
Because it's a thin DK. It'll fluff if you do it in a DK pattern. I think it will be lovely.
They play beautifully together.
Mm-hmm. So I've got these two, and what's the name of that colorway?
This colorway is Loch.
Loch as in loch, like a lake.
LOCH.
It's got the lake blue going for it, right? And it has Tweety flecks. Like, what color are the little Tweety flecks?
I see orange and dark blue, and there looks like some little purples. And
they have multicolored tweed flecks. It's kind of fun. Not all of them have like colorful flecks, but like this one does. Loch does. Let's go through the old colors that we have.
We had Loch. We had Midnight, which is a nice dark blue with little bits of purple and dark blue. And
I think I have plans to make a shawl from Melanie Rice out of this, or at least I did. I don't know if I'll ever get around to it, but that one's beautiful.
My favorite
go ahead
is Kilt. It is a nice burgundy red.
And what are the flecky colors? I want to say the fleckies are kind of navy colors.
Red and the little bits of pinky.
Pinkies aren't, there's no blues in this one?
No blues in this one.
This is the yarn I made my ranunculus out of. So I just went and grabbed my ranunculus. I'm just gonna wear all my
keep layering. Just keep layering.
Because I haven't made anything out of the other yarn. So I might as well, like this took a skein and a half. I had an extra skein of this at home. I brought back in because I think I brought home extra just in case. So yeah, it's maroon, but it's got some brighter red and a little bit of pinky flecks in it. And a skein and a half made my ranunculus, which I did use the larger bust size adaptation for. Short sleeves, cropped length. With 2 skeins, you could probably make it a little longer or do like a little bit more with the sleeves. 2 full skeins. So this is the Alba.
You
wait,
have one more old color.
I have 2 more old colors.
Oh yes, you
do. Someone ordered the pigeon is the color that we really don't have anything left. It might say we have 1 skein left. It's at home because I might need it for my crochet piece. In a safe place, just in case I don't need it. But someone tried to order like for a whole lovely top out of that, and I'm forgetting who it was, but she was lovely when I said, I'm so sorry, we don't actually have that because I've already put it into my crochet piece and not amended inventory because there's too much going on. We try to stay on top of that. So instead she said, do you have enough of the magpie? And the magpie is more of a charcoal gray. It's a light charcoal. It's not a super deep charcoal, but it's got fleckies of both black and kind of an off-white in it. And it's lovely. And we did. And I've just gotten more of this in. This one's not back ordered. This color and the pigeon are. This one wasn't. We are restocked in the magpie. That's the lovely part. We also, for the longest time, have had one called Highland. And this is one of my favorites because I do love me an olivey green. It's like, it's not quite olive drab, right? It kind of is, but
it's an olive, but it's also like a heather on the ground. Like,
it's like the Highland mossy rolling hills, the Tweety flecks in it again are kind of black and maybe a taupey or an off-white. There aren't like crazy colors, maybe a little hints of yellow in here. Like a mustard yellow is kind of hiding in here in little flecks and little spots, just little bits, which I think is great. So then we have the new colors. I said, let's get a couple new colors. We actually got 3. What do you have, Liz?
I have heather. It's a pretty purple.
It's a deep purple. It's
Yeah.
like, it's not quite like eggplant, but because that's even darker, I would say. But it's kind of a nice royal purple,
yeah. And
like heading towards an eggplant. But
yeah. It
and
has
the fleckies. What are the fleckies?
I see green
I see a
and
a
pink
fuchsia.
and a fuchsia and like a lavender.
They're very subtle though. It's
Very
really
subtle.
nice. Then if we're gonna talk about greens, we got a grello. That's not the official name of it. It's just how I would describe it. It's like one of those green yellow, kind of verging on neon. Like this is probably the brightest color we have currently.
Yes.
We might get other bright colors, but we want to, we got to do this piece by piece. So this is called moss. It's not what I think of when I think of moss, but I think there is some neon moss in places in the world, right?
It's like a brand new moss, like not like been laying in the forest for months and months.
That's
it's
more like this. Yeah.
Yeah.
But which I don't mean to make that face because I love this color. This is my jam because my eyes will change to match it. I don't think my eyes will change to match this. That would look a little scary, but it's a grello, so it's a green yellow. It's pretty bright. The flecks in it are all over the place. Like I see some super dark blue or green. I see some lighter green. I'm seeing some orangey looking things. I'm seeing some like kind of off whites. And like I think there's even a teal in here.
Yeah.
Like, they're really subtle though. It's wonderful. And then the last one, you put all some of the new ones in front of me. This is a very rosy, lovely. It's called Rose. I accidentally called it something else when I put it in the system. We had to resticker them, but this is called Rose, and it is a rosy, dusky pink. We've got. It's not bright. It's not super dark either, but it's got flecks of like blue, light blue, that creamy color. Can you see anything else from over there, Liz?
No.
It's got different shades of blue flecks in it too, and maybe some darker fleckies. It's very like. I
noticed that's
loving
the
this
way
color.
most of the pinks are going to that dusky.
It is because that's like the color in the in the. Oh my Lord, I can't think of the Zoe. The cotton this is more warm weather, thin but warm weather. I mean, not staying warm, cold weather. I confuse that so much. I'll say warm weather when I mean something to keep you warm in the cool temperatures. We are heading into the time of year where you need warm things to wear. So, but yeah, you're right. The dusky pink is the popular color. Like the yarn we're about to talk about. Like
it's a dusky pink.
This is more of a purpley pink. Then that one's a warmer pink, but that's almost the same color
as the Corley pink up there, like,
which makes sense because it's Juniper Moon.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was a little maniacal. He. So okay, Alba. We are finishing up with Alba. We are moving on to our brand new yarn from Juniper Moon Farms. It's called La Pampa. And I butchered that, I know, but La Pampa is our new yarn. It is chunky weight. Merino, they're calling it organic merino. We're having discussions about this.
Organic merino, humanely raised in Argentina.
Okay, so I think that's, the humanely raised. They're free range sheep, we were saying last night, right? I would like to take the organic because the Patagonia is this thickness organic merino. I take that, I interpret that as it hasn't been chemically treated like to make it superwash. Like this is not superwash, which just, it has more of a rustic feel to it, which does not mean scratchy. It actually can be quite soft and springy, which is wonderful. But it won't have the same bounce that you're going to find in superwash. But I find that lasts longer and is more weather protective and all these other things. Read the stats, Liz. I'm getting carried away.
Okay, on the front side it says merino. On the back side it just says wool, but it's merino wool.
Merino is wool.
Well,
I'm telling the people at home. I know you know.
Yeah.
Some people don't know that merino is wool. They're like, I can't have wool, but merino, and it's like
it's wool. It's one of a bunch of different breeds of wool.
It's a different sheep
It's a
than
very
others.
soft.
It's not the roving gangs. It's a specific breed, and it's soft,
Yes.
and it tends to agitate some people's skin less. If they have a full-blown wool allergy, that may not be the case. But if they think wool is kind of scratchy, they may not think of merino as scratchy.
We have a knitter, shout out to Amanda, who is allergic to everything but merino. Like,
that's kind of like oddly fantastic, and that
Yeah.
she knows that,
Yeah.
she's figured that out. That is wonderful. It's
I've-
just unique,
yeah, I've watched her break out, like
Mhm.
touching other wools, but merino doesn't cause her to break out. It's the craziest thing.
But cool.
Yeah.
All right. So what are some other stats?
It is 100 grams. You get 131 yards for that.
Mhm.
Hand wash, lay flat, to dry, blah blah.
Blah blah blah
blah blah blah.
blah 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 blah.
That's how those symbols go.
There's lots of blah blah symbols. Just
Yeah.
hand wash it.
Number
might
5,
felt.
bulky. They're recommending a US 9 to 11 needle or a K through M hook. And we are retailing it for $16.50.
It's the same price as a skein of Patagonia, which is much thinner. There's this level of yardage on the Patagonia. It's meant for thinner patterns. So this is for quick knits, for thick, warm, lovely things, but we're not going to absolute super bulky. There's a really nice spin on this, twist on this, which I think is going to lead to, hopefully, we haven't played with it yet. It literally just came in the door yesterday. I'm hoping it will lead to some wonderful stitch definition.
I think it will, based on the patterns they include.
Like we've got some alpaca and the llama merino blend of the Dawson, and we might be replacing that with ultra alpaca, which is like a wool alpaca blend. And all of those are just like a 2-ply, really loose spin. It's luscious and soft and wonderful, but the stitch definition may not be as nice, and you may not have just,
it's gonna have a little halo
chunk you're
and
looking for.
Fuzzy
Yeah, it's gonna be a little, and this I think is just gonna be beautiful.
This color that I am holding is rose.
That's, again, it's called rose. They're
Rose.
slightly different. They're not exactly the same color,
But
because
they're
different
that
companies.
Just slightly off from
Mhm.
pink. Like, they're pink, but they're not like carnation pink, where you think
It's-
of pink
yeah.
bubblegum, pink carnations.
It's a dusky color.
yeah.
This one's a little warmer than the Alba.
Yeah.
But I like that. Like Juniper Moon tends to warm up their pinks a little bit. It's kind of fun. Let me pick to talk about some of our favorite colors. Like, again, it's warmer than the Alba from Jody Long, but this one is called Fern. It's color 109 Fern. It's a warm olive green. It's got a little more of a yellow going on in it than the cooler olive of the Alba. Again, this is one of my favorite colors. I don't knit with it as often as I really want to, because it calls my name, because my eyes love it. All right, sorry, go ahead.
This one, it's a goldeny yellow, but on the darker brown side of goldeny yellow.
It's like a butternut.
Yeah, they're
but
calling
the-
it acorn.
Acorn. Okay, and I got a disclaimer. Like, when we ordered it online, like, these colors looked a little different. I love what came, but it wasn't what I was expecting. Like, that looked like on my computer screen, and that's the problem. It's not just them, it's my computer screen. This looked more like a brighter yellow, and it's much more mellow and dusky, but absolutely gorgeous.
It's almost like an acorn squash.
It's absolutely
yeah.
gorgeous. Like, I think of like almost like nutmeg.
Yeah, it's
know.
got that dark and broody, but just I'm actually drawn to this color, and I don't like yellows. Like, don't like
It's, I think, nutmeg, gingerbready, kind of like
Yeah.
like allspice, something going on there. I think spicy when I see that, but like not in a hot way, in a like heading towards Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
I like not quite pumpkin spice. I'm not going there.
This is just a fantastic fall color.
I have ideas, but
Of course you do.
I think this, overall, I think this is a lovely fall palette
Ooh.
that we have.
We actually have fall color
See,
palettes.
she's going where I'm going. Anyway, okay. I already did this one. So I'm gonna go with some of these fall colors some more.
That's my favorite.
This because it's dark and broody and
Yes.
carmine. It's a really nice deep red. It's not going to like a burgundy or maroon or anything, but it's just a nice deep red. It's
Almost like a garnet.
yeah. I think that's a really good, yeah. Well, love coming up with new words and ways to describe tones. I never thought I'd be like this, like trying to be precise.
How many
with
ways
colors.
can you describe the color pink?
Because
or
like
red or
this is more of a burgundy.
Yeah.
Like what I'm wearing is more of a burgundy color, like deep maroon. And this is more, yes, it's like a garnet ruby.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not Christmas red. It's vintage Christmas maybe, but it's definitely deeper. It's wonderful. Okay. Like I could do a vintagey Christmas out of this maybe. So
well, if you put that and then we pull out
oh my gosh, fall. Okay.
Brick.
That's brick.
It is brick red.
Brick red. It's like a burnt sienna. It's absolutely a burnt sienna. Like, oh my gosh, look at this.
I mean, you could go nuts.
Wait. Okay. She's jumping ahead of what we can't see that, Liz, because it's where the microphone is. Okay. Hang on. Okay. Liz is jumping into the neutrals. Can we do any other non-neutral colors?
I see one. This would go gorgeous with the fall palette too. It is eggplant.
And that one is like, it's almost the same. It's a little darker than the Alba.
Yeah. But it's still more of
like
a royal purple than
But look at all this. Look at the loveliness. Okay. And I gotta say, okay, and then we had, let's see, this is the one that one of these things is not like the other, but you know, these are the colors that we have. It's much more of a dusky fall palette than I thought. I thought it was going to be a lot brighter, but I'm okay with that.
And we got all the colors, but we cut out some of the neutrals.
We cut out a few of the neutrals. Like I want to say there were 14 to 16 colors and we got 12. And I got to go back and look because it could be there's only 14 and we only pulled out 2. But
I think we only pulled out 2 because there were like 3 browns and 3 blacks.
Well, and okay, let's go through.
Or 4. There were 4.
Let's go through. This kind of counts as one of the grays, right? Yeah. There was a charcoal in between. That one's actually called charcoal.
Yeah.
But there was one I would call a charcoal gray that was in between these two that we decided not to get because we weren't going to go too overboard. We only went slightly overboard. So charcoal is, I would say it's an off black.
It's the same color as the anthracite in the
it's
Patagonia.
super, super, super dark gray. But so it's not the classic charcoal. But I think that's wonderful because, you know, black is, some people think black's hard to knit with. So this is off black. Yes. Charcoal is off black. What is that one called? Stone is more of, it's closer to this charcoal. It's a little lighter, right? But it's a light charcoal color if you're thinking about classic charcoal gray. So we got both sides of the classic. This one is called Marble. And it's a warm, super light gray.
It's the same as the light gray that we have up there in the
same company, right? So it makes sense. But it is more of a gray than a brown, but it's got a warm tone to it. It's almost like lichen or something. It's kind of what makes me think
like the dove stone.
Exactly, like the dove stone in the fiber spates. So and then let's start with what's that one called?
This one is ivory.
I don't know if there was something lighter than that, and we went with like the off-white, or if that's the lightest we could get. I want to say, yeah, that's ivory. What's that one? Because this one kind of
one goes in the middle.
Well, yes and no. And here's why I say that. This one's called Rosewater, and it is like an ecru stuff, but it's got a warm tone to it. It almost like has a pinky tone to it. Which is why I'm like, it's brown, but it's not.
I want to say on the scale of the grays, we didn't get the one that went here.
Yeah. Of the browns, you mean?
Yeah. Of the browns.
We had to pick and choose. And this one is called Anise. And it's more of a taupey tan like straight up tan color. But like this one, I would almost put like next to this, right? More than putting it with something else. Like I think it's got a, like that makes a nice, ooh, look at that. Yeah. So the rose, because this is rose water and this is rose. So it almost makes me want to make the hat I'm about to show out of this. We do have to wrap up, but what I want to show y'all is this came with 3 patterns and we got 3 freebie copies of each, which we are promo copies. If you buy enough yarn to make one of these patterns, I will give you the pattern for free. While supplies. Thank you for qualifying. So this is the Alana cardigan. It's got cables and decorative like lace details at the bottom of it. It's going to take a bunch though. I haven't even looked at this yet. Single color cardigan. Let's see. The smallest size takes 8. The biggest size takes 12. If you want to make the big size, we will have to place an order for you. We only got in 10 of each one. But I'm going to try to put the Ravelry listings for these patterns online because they should be there. And if we have the supplies and you contact us saying, or when you buy it, you say, I would like the pattern. If we have the supplies, we will give you a free pattern. If you're worried about that, if we've run out, contact us before you buy. But that is the Alana cardigan. And then we have the Arabella Pullover. This one is calling my name, but I would be eating up our inventory. But you saw the color combos. This could, I stalled out making a fall chunky cardigan a year or two ago. This one is super, super cute. And let's see, the smallest size is going to take 4 of the main color. And then single skeins of, let's see, A, B, C, D of 3 other colors. The biggest size for what they, and I should be telling you what the biggest size is, but again, we're running out of time. The biggest size it is for a bust of 50 3/4 inches. So it doesn't go as big as I wish it would go. It calls the bust of 50 3/4 inches a 3X. I'm like, really? No. So take a look at the sizes because I wish this was a little more size inclusive, but the biggest size that they write it for, it's 6 skeins of your main color and 2 skeins of 2 more colors and 1 skein of your last color. Oh, there's 1, 2, 3. There might be 5 contrast colors in there. Look at the listing, contact us, and we can examine this in more detail. But I could see a fall cardigan out of this, or not pullover. Sorry, it's pullover. I have cardigans on the brain. Oh, it'd be so pretty. Although I might have to make at least the 2X for me. So, we'll see. Here's what I'm probably going to make as a sample for the shop. This is the Giselle. It is a mosaic hat. It only takes 2 colors. I might have to do it in this one because I really like this. I think this would be so pretty, but we'll see. Liz and I will discuss. Because she could veto me on a better color combo, but I also could see it out of like this. The colors that it's made out of, they used ocean and ivory. I didn't see an ocean.
I didn't see an ocean.
Okay, here's the problem. They made it out of colors don't exist. I will go back and look online and see. I don't think we missed it's a new yarn. How could they have a hat out of a color?
We ordered all of the colors.
I'm going to go back and look online and see if there was an ocean and say, hey, or, and figure that out. But this lovely blue color, I would have gotten that if I'd seen it.
We're missing. There's a blue missing from the palette.
There is. So maybe it was back ordered by the time I got it. We'll check it out. Could be I'm forgetting and I actually got like 14 colors and there's some back ordered instead of, anyway, we will come up with another color combo for this hat and make a sample for the shop. I have 3 copies of this. If it's really popular, I'll try to get in more copies, but I can only give out free copies while I have them. And I only have 3 right now. So if you buy 2 skeins of the Pampa and tell me you want a hat pattern, if I have it, I'll give it to you. And if I don't, I'll try to get more, but there's no guarantees I can. So we have to go.
We do.
The shop should be opening as we speak. We love you all and miss
Yes.
you. But I got us started late and then we ran out of time. So last time I checked, we got to 599 on subscribers and now we're down to 598. It keeps fluctuating. We need to get to a solid 600 that doesn't wibble like that down to 599, but we're so close. Like if 3 of you who are watching subscribe and stick with it, you could earn everybody watching a sale.
Might take 4 because Avi's gonna,
Avi's
mess
gonna
with the-
subscribe and unsubscribe. Like he sat on my pattern this morning while I was working on it, or after I was working on it. Anyway, dear Becky and Lizzie, tomorrow, if you would like to throw in a last minute question,
email me, liz@sundragonartandfiber.com.
come to Virtual Sit and Stitch on Friday. We had a lovely one last night. It will be from 7 to 9 p.m. with the shop phone number to get in on Zoom.
828-877-3550.
And we have to go. So we will see you tomorrow and maybe we'll have enough subscribers to give you all a sale. And yeah, I feel like a gnome with this on, although I need a pointier hat. I might start on a new hat today. Ooh, okay, join us tomorrow and see what happens. Yay, bye.